Jack and the Sky Vine. Long ago, at the edge of the Foggy Mountains, a young boy named Jack lived with his grandmother in a tiny, crumbling cottage. Life was not easy. They owned just one cow, Bess, and they earned their living by selling her milk. One chilly morning, before the sun had even risen, Jack's grandmother gently shook him awake. Her eyes were filled with tears. "Jack, dear, you must take Bess to the market today and sell her," she said. Jack sat up, confused and sleepy. "But why? Our roof is leaking, the windows are broken, and we don't even have a proper front door," she explained. "Winter is coming, and if we don't fix the house, we might not make it through." Jack saddled up Bess and headed down the path. Just as he was leaving, his grandmother called out, "Don't take less than 5 gold coins for her. She's worth at least that much." Halfway to the village market, Jack crossed paths with an old traveler in a patchy cloak. "Good day, young man," the stranger greeted him. "Where are you off to with that fine cow?" "I'm headed to the market to sell her. Her name's Bess," Jack replied. "She's a beauty indeed," the man said with a smile. "How about a trade? I'll give you something far more valuable than gold." Jack frowned. "Unless you have 5 gold coins, I'm not interested." "I have something better," the man whispered. From his pocket, he revealed 5 glossy black beans. "These are no ordinary beans. They're enchanted. Plant them and see for yourself. They might just change your life." Jack thought about his grandmother. What if these beans really were magical? Maybe he could use them to make their dreams come true. "All right," said Jack, hesitating just a little. "I'll trade." Excited by the possibility of magic, Jack rushed home and proudly held out the beans to his grandmother. But instead of being impressed, she was furious. "You gave away our only cow for beans?" she shouted, and with a cry of frustration, she threw the beans out the window. Then she sank into her chair by the hearth and wept. Jack slunk off to his room, filled with guilt. He had made everything worse. But the next morning, something incredible had appeared. Right where the beans had landed, a massive vine had sprouted overnight. It twisted skyward, so tall it vanished into the clouds. Jack's eyes widened. They really are magic. While his grandmother still slept, Jack made up his mind. He would climb the vine and find something, anything, to make things right. Higher and higher he climbed until he found himself above the clouds. In the distance stood a towering castle. "I'm sure whoever lives there won't miss just a little food," Jack thought, his stomach growling. He knocked on the castle door. A giantess answered. She was as tall as a tree, but her kind eyes softened her enormous features. "Please, ma'am," Jack said, "I haven't eaten all day. Might you have a little food to spare?" The giantess gave him a gentle smile. "Of course, little one. Come in." She served him a bowl of steaming vegetable stew. Jack had barely taken a few bites when a thunderous sound shook the room. Thump, thump, thump. The giantess's eyes widened. "My husband is home. He despises humans. Quick, hide." Jack darted into the pantry just as the floor trembled with each of the giant steps. The massive figure sniffed the air. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell a human boy. Where is he?" "There's no one here," said his wife calmly. "You're just smelling the stew." Grumbling, the giant sat down and emptied his pocket onto the table. Gold coins spilled out, 5 of them. Jack peeked from his hiding place. 5 coins. Exactly what we needed. When the giants left the room, Jack crept out and grabbed the sack of coins. But just as he turned to leave, He paused. "Without a cow, we'll need more help," he reasoned. "Just a little more." He tiptoed after the giant and hid behind a large chair. The giant opened a cabinet and brought out a golden hen. "Lay, my beauty," he said. To Jack's amazement, the hen laid a shining golden egg. That hen could feed us forever, Jack thought. When the room was empty again, he slipped the hen into his bag, but he still wasn't satisfied. What else might be hidden in this sky castle? He crept into the bedroom and ducked under the bed. There, resting on velvet, was a golden flute. "Play," the giant said, and the flute rose into the air, playing a haunting, lovely melody on its own. Magic music? That could make me famous, Jack thought. When the giant fell asleep, Jack reached out and grabbed the flute. But this time, something went wrong. "Help! A thief!" The flute cried out in a clear, musical voice. The giant roared awake. "You again?" Jack bolted. The chase was on, down the hallway, through the kitchen, out the door. Jack sprinted toward the Beanstalk, the giant close behind. Jack slid all the way down. The moment he reached the ground, he ran to the tool shed, grabbed an axe, and started chopping the vine. Chop, chop, chop. With a final blow, the giant's stalk cracked and toppled. The giant fell from the sky with a tremendous crash, landing far beyond the Foggy Mountains. All was still. Then came a far-off wail. "No!" And from above, Jack heard soft sobs. His wife had begun to cry, and her tears became rain. From then on, Jack and his grandmother lived well. The golden hen made them wealthy, and the flute brought fame. Jack grew up, married, and had a big family, but deep down he felt uneasy. Every storm reminded him of the giant's cries. Every gust of wind carried the flute's tune like a whisper of guilt. Years later, as an old man, Jack opened a dusty box on the mantel. Inside was one last bean, wrinkled but still magic. "If I plant this," he thought, "maybe I can make things right." With his bag over his shoulder, Jack disappeared into the misty mountains. No one knows what happened next, but some say when thunder rumbles and rain begins to fall, you can hear soft music drifting through the clouds as two giants dance together in the sky. I hope you liked our video. Do like and subscribe to our channel.